us!
Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Because of the small budget, I always add on the recruitment page or recruitment job posts that I only accept people that are local, unfortunately. This will cut out many great candidates, but due to the fact that the budget is very little, due to the high cost of transport in UK, for example, at the moment, don't forget to consider the parking spaces and the transport on your budget. It could be a very big mistake.
Please do not leave your luggage unattended on the station.
Don't do that. If someone needs to use a car, that's another matter. But there are options, there are websites which allows you to park your car for a fraction of the cost of a side street parking space, which is very good if you have a low budget. Also, you have options. There are the cheap one or the more expensive one. Depends on your likes, basically. You know, like if you have a fancy car, you can park in the fancy parking space. Using these, for example, these websites, you would save probably about a $5 or something like that for every single day, which is actually a very good meal for two, like, you know, for the crew and cast. I mean, if you prep by yourself. And that takes us to cast and crew. They won't be very happy if they don't have their stomach full, which means that we need to prepare something really nice, which means that I had to organize myself for a nice meal for everyone. Unfortunately, when you have low budget, warm food can be an option, but can be tricky to take with you, like to transport, which means that I opted to a cold food, but nice one. So the option where I've chosen bagels this time, at least for the first day, because compared with sandwiches, I mean, nothing wrong with sandwiches, but bagels are more, let's say, prettier and fancier. Plus, what I've done is I made a small menu, like about 5 options. 1 meat option, 1 fish option, 1 vegetarian option, and 1 vegan option. And then I said, if any one of you has some kind of allergies or cannot eat certain type of food or anything, you can prepare it yourself, your own sandwiches or your own food, bring it with you, and I'm gonna add it to the daily fee budget for everyone. This is the version for the first day, but it doesn't mean that it has to be all the time like that. So you can change your menu, you know, a little bit and make it as good as possible. The other thing with bagels is that they're not that expensive. They are easy to do, easy to carry. They are tasty, very tasty. It depends the way you cook it. Things to take into consideration. For example, everything like has an easy part and a more complicated one. What I mean is, for instance, there are some shots which are like with a fixed camera, not much movement, so dialogue, easy dialogue. Some other ones are more complicated. You need to think about how to cover very difficult ideas in a smart way. You need to go wild with your ideas, so you can think about the most amazing shot you can imagine, and then you need to adapt to the budget. For example, one of the scenes I've got to film a shot in the head. It could be blood, the hole in the head, the gun shooting, the light. Because of the micro budget, the best idea would be you need to find a way how to adapt the special effect to your budget. You need to use a smart way to cover the shot. For example, if you show like an explosion of the skull, whatever, it's gonna be very difficult, very expensive, and probably won't look as good as you think. You don't really need to show all the scene. You don't need to show the head smashing, exploding from the hole of the cranium, all the brains splattered all over the place. Now you don't need to do that. What I thought is, use what you have. So basically, filming from the other side, rather than showing the hole from the head, I would show from the back. So basically for where the gun is pointing at, and then showing a light, a flashlight, which means that you, as a viewer, you're gonna use your imagination to see what happens. You won't be disappointed by the fact that it won't look terrible, it will look satisfying. I mean, there is a lot of CGI going on now, and it looks very cheap. Mostly if you have a very low budget, it looks very cheap. It does look realistic. I mean, I'm not looking for something realistic, but at least not to show like rubbish. Hello, parrots. Yeah, we got parrots having fun around. Oh, wow, so much water. The other part is shooting, like showing the person falling. I think the best idea would be to show it in a fast cut. So we'll see it for like just a second, then falls, and then reveals at the back the other character, the one that killed him. And that's why I always ask, how do I shoot with this sequence with a low budget? So I think over and over again. I don't need to be staying there all the time. I'll leave it for a little bit, I come back to it, then I'll leave it, come back to it, and I write an idea, and then I come back to it again. And then when I get a nice idea, cool idea, jot it down, and I make a quick storyboard. And then when I see that the quick storyboard looks alright, I draw it in the main storyboard. That's what I do normally. Hey little one, where are you going? That's the road there. There's nothing there, there's no place for you. Let me help you. Yeah. I've also started to edit the fighting scene and see how it will look like. I just got to the point where I'm doing the two blockages with the arm and then the punch in the kind of stomach area, and it looks okay, you know, without sound effects. The best thing to do is to take the dialogues and the sound, the recording dialogues, and put in the track under the track of the video track, and link them and everything. But I'm kind of impatient to see how does it look like. So anyway, I will keep you updated. Someone is having a Navy transatlantic in here to travel with. Look at that. Wow. You can travel the whole world. Oh yeah. You're gonna get washed, you're gonna get... So the first idea of No Mercy Sweetheart, it was more violent. But because of the budget and the time consuming, I had to lower down a little bit. But I think in the next few episodes it's going to be into the way it's supposed to be. So what I'm thinking about today is the location for the headquarters of the main character, and I was thinking about doing my house, but I'm not sure if it's a good option. Probably need to look for some place like kind of like small space in a warehouse, something like that. A place that not everyone wants to go to. However, I'm a little bit concerned about the fact that if I need to do it in a warehouse or something like that, I will need to bring all the equipment and everything there, and like computers and all the the look of the room over there, which is gonna take a long time. So I need to calculate this very well. So yesterday I made a very quick edit, a little part of the fighting scene where Sepida blocks 3 times the attacks of Guy, and then she punches him in the stomach. And I didn't even put the main audio track,
from the sound operator. I just used the camera one because it was already there. But just to have a look, I quickly changed the color, looking into YouTube for how to do that, because I'm actually using DaVinci one, which I never used before. So I did quickly, and then I posted to the actors, and they really like it.
Fucking bite.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna use that shots. Actually, I'm really looking forward to do some more editing. But for now, it's just to have a rough idea how does it look like, and people liked it. You know, promising. We are back to lockdown vibe. It's good for me because at this stage I can use the free time to create more. You know, to even when I'm working, I can think about ideas, shots, you know, new episodes and stuff like that. Let's keep going.